Welcome back. We are here with Raven for the very first time. We are now on generation 13 of the Clarke family, and I am really excited. That's three generations left if we include this one, and she is a doctor. So we are going to start out on her first day of work here, and it's also Harvest Fest. But I think that it will be fun playing an active career again after a while because the last couple of generations have been very stay at home kind of thing. So I'm really excited about this, and her work is going to start in 1 hour. So we are going to head to the hospital and get her started because I want her to really do well and be very successful. So here we go. We are on our way to the hospital. It's actually been a while since I played the doctor career, but we are going to do this thing. So she has to swab a patient for a sample, research on the computer, and check a patient's eyes. So I'm just going to grab the first patient in the first bed here. Also, her career goal is to treat three patients. So we need, some other doctors to come in and diagnose some patients so we can treat them, or she needs to diagnose them herself. But she isn't, very high in the career, so I think it'll be harder for her to be able to make diagnoses on her own. But, we'll just do whatever we have to get her to, a gold and also to get her so that she can get promoted. So now that the swab has been done, she is going to head over and analyze the sample. Also, now she has to transfer a patient case, which is good because if we transfer a case, another doctor will solve the problem and then we'll be able to treat the patient. So that is really good for us. So we're just going to meet one of the doctors here. And it says that you can use a friendly interaction to transfer the case, like ask them to take the case or ask them to consult or something, but I could not find that interaction. So what I ended up doing for transfers is clicking on the patient and then clicking transfer to, and then you can choose one of the other doctors. So I don't know what the explanation there is talking about, but that is not how that works for us. So we are going to head over here and, continue to look for that. But anyway, we now have to swab another patient. So we are going to go over here and do that with another patient. And this is actually harder than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think I thought we'd be able to get to gold faster than this, or at least get to treat some patients, because I think the last time I played this, when I came here on my first day of work, there were plenty of patients to be treated. So I don't really know what's going on there, but you can see we can transfer, through that little um, interaction on the patient. And we are going to start trying to get some other things done. Of course, she's running over to the treadmill. She's active, so she always wants to do that. So now that the patient has been treated or diagnosed by another doctor, we'll go over and treat them. So that's good. And that is 1 out of 3, so that is good for us. Then we're going to continue to transfer patients just so that we can treat more patients. But we do want to analyze a sample, also check a patient's ears. So she's going to go over there and check that person's ears and then go analyze a sample. Hopefully, the other doctor will be working on that patient in the meantime and we'll be able to treat them. So that is what we're waiting for. Not the easiest of the active careers, I suppose, but actually, we'll get into the swing of things. This is just our first time here, so I'm not going to put too much pressure on poor Raven, even though she did excellent in school. She always had straight A's, and I am, very impressed with her diligence, so hopefully she'll be able to do that. And for some reason, she was practicing instead of analyzing, even though I'm pretty sure I asked her to analyze the sample, but whatever. So we are going to scan a patient's body and then go back for the analysis. I tried to have her stay late so that we could get more done, but time is running out here, so she has to go home now. We did get at least a bronze. We didn't get a silver, but you know what? It was not bad for our first day. We were able to treat a patient and hopefully next time we go to work, we will be able to do more and really start racking up those promotions because I really want to have her work on hard on her career. She's career oriented, definitely. But like we saw earlier, it is Harvest Fest, so I'm going to invite over the family club and she's going to cook a grand meal and then everyone can eat together. So I thought that that would be nice and a good family activity. Everyone can come over the house for the first time, kind of, check out the new digs, check out how the air is doing. It is kind of a lot of pressure, on her, as it was pressure on her father, as it was pressure on you know, his parent and just everyone because it's a lot. The whole family is counting on her to complete her life's goals and continue the legacy. So she really wants to put on a good show. So she is cooking a ham dinner and it takes forever and all of her needs are going down a lot. So I'm a little worried about that. But finally it's cooked. So we can ask everyone to come to call to meal and then they can all eat together. So that will be nice. So she is going to go sit at the dining room table with quite a few people actually. I'm really happy that a few of them decided to actually sit at the table together. And then I was just checking. Bellamy did have the baby. Well, not Bellamy. Kelly had the baby, but it's Bellamy's the father. Anyway, so um Charlie Rowe was born and he is a spellcaster, so I'm super happy about that. It is good because any, of Raven's future kids will have cousins to play with, and that will be fun. And hopefully we can continue the extended family thing. I think that is definitely one of the things that we haven't been paying as much attention to lately, and I want to make sure that we pay attention to it. So we are all eating the grand meal together and having a good time chit-chatting, but she's really got to go to the bathroom. So I sent her to the bathroom and she takes her plate with her to go sit on the toilet with the plate of food. So I thought that was funny. You can just, like, what are you doing? Like, leave the plate at the table, go to the bathroom, and then come back and finish eating anyway. Um, whatever. But she's also really tired and kind of tapped out socially and fun. But I'm going to have her go to sleep first because, if she has to go to work, the other problems can be more easily solved than being tired. So we are going to finish that meal and then go to bed. So I'm just cleaning up after everyone. And I was going to keep that plate of food, even though it wasn't a whole plate of food. But then I was like, you know what? That's kind of gross if you think about it. Somebody else was eating that. And then they left, like, they're left anyway. So then also I forgot about the money tree. I mean, how could I forget about the money tree? So we are going to place that and then place our money tree seed. And unfortunately, we can't plant on a balcony. So I forgot about that. I feel like I should have known, but I don't remember. So we are going to have to move the planter downstairs, not downstairs, but like down by the pool and then it like disappeared, the money tree seed. So I don't know what happened there. I had to cheat to get a new one, but it's not like I don't know. It just disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. So I had to use cheats to get it back. I don't know what happened. So I don't feel bad about cheating in that way because it was my money tree seed and where to go. So I'm not going to let the game take this from us. And there we go. Um, this isn't where it disappears. It disappears like the next day or something. I don't know what happened. So, anyway, she is going to exercise and, get her fun up because with athletic sims, they have fun while they're exercising. And also, she's going to talk while she's on the treadmill in her everyday clothes for some reason. Like, even look like Lexa's in her party wear. Like, why is everyone dressed up weird? Anyway, so she is going to exercise and try and get those needs up. And also, I mean, the family club is obviously over if you haven't figured that out. And I added doing workouts to the club activities. So they are going to be inclined to exercise. And they're still inclined to garden. If anyone notices that our money tree needs a little help, I've debated on whether I'm going to hire a gardener or a maid or anything, but Right now it's just Raven, so I don't really feel like it's super necessary to have all this staff at the house. And the next thing that I want to do actually is go over to the Rowe household because I want to check in on that family, and they do have one more spot left in their um, household. So I was thinking one more cousin, I will set that up for them, and we are going to get someone else pregnant. And I debated whether or not Bellamy and Kelly should have another kid, but, or even debated like moving out some people so that each family could have their own house and then they could have a few children. But I decided that that would be too much to keep track of. So, what I'm going to do is use MCCC to get Alexa pregnant with her wife Simone, and they are going to have a baby together. I actually had to choose the baby, so I chose a girl. And I wanted to add in a toilet into the house because I was like, she doesn't have a pregnancy moodlet. So I was like, and I can't take a pregnancy test, so I don't really know what's going on there. But she is pregnant. When I check here, you can see that she's pregnant. And then there will be another cousin in the family. So I'm really excited about that. And you can see the little Charlie right there. And everyone is doing pretty well in that household. So good for them. And then we are going to head back to Raven's house and get ready to go to work. So we're only here very briefly. I have her clean up a puddle. I don't know how that got there. And then she is going to head straight to work. So it's actually quite a squeeze for the timeline, but we are doing pretty good on needs. So that's the game doing our job for us while we were in another household. But she is now sad. So she is sad because Finn died. Also, someone else died. Was it Gabriel? Gabriel and Finn both died. And I was like, hold on, hold on. Finn is supposed to be immortal. Like, that was the whole point. I made them a spellcaster. I made them brew the potion for immortality. They're supposed to be immortal. Why did they die? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And I have no idea what's going on. So, anyway, luckily here we get here and there are plenty of patients to treat. So we treat some patients, and now we are able to, get a promotion once we get the performance bar up all the way. So she has treated 3 patients, and we are going to invite this child to get in an exam room, and then we can start trying to get to gold. So right now, the 3 things she needs to do is swab a patient, check their ears, and also mop up a puddle. So she is going to examine his ears and swab him, and then head over here to mop up that puddle. I don't know why there's so many puddles everywhere. I guess in real life there would probably be, all sorts of stuff to be cleaned up, sanitary wise in a hospital, but also it's in that other room. It's like not near any patients. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, also by the treadmills, that's more likely to be from a patient than from in this like analysis room. And so we have done that, and now she needs to log the results, also make a bed, and transfer a patient case. So we are transferring that case and then making the bed and then logging the results. I think we're doing much better than we did yesterday. We've got, enough time left in the workday to hopefully get to gold. Also, we need to take a temperature and swab and x-ray machine. So there's lots of stuff to do and lots of options. So we are going to ask another patient to come over here. It's actually really cute, the little kids in their pajamas. And she is going to examine the patient, get a sample, check her eyes, then analyze the sample. I don't think you can put a kid in an x-ray machine. I'm really not sure. I'm 100% sure you can't put them on a treadmill, but I don't think you can put them in the x-ray machine either. So that's not what we'll be doing with this kid. But look, we're already at silver, so I think that we're pretty, we're going to have a pretty good chance of getting to gold today. So we now need to transfer another case and log those results from the sample that we took. Oh, it was calibrate the x-ray machine, not actually put a patient in there, but it says successfully calibrate. So I was like, we don't have time to be not doing the sure thing when we could easily log some sample results and also transfer some cases. But I think we're doing pretty well. We are getting really close to the end of the day, but we're also only a couple of interactions away from getting gold. So we transferred the case. Now we are going to log the results into the computer, and I think that, yep, there we go. We got a gold. So I'm super excited. It's our first gold as a doctor, and it is a pretty good day too, if I do say so myself, and she got promoted. So I think we are making really good progress. And then we are going to be paused for a second because this is the point in time in my game where my cookies that I was baking were done, so I had to take them out of the oven. So that's what I do while I'm playing The Sims. Let me know what you do while you're playing The Sims in the comments. But yes, so cookies, chocolate chip cookies. Couldn't help myself when I went to the supermarket. I was in the, dairy aisle and there was the cookie dough. What else was I supposed to do? Alrighty, so now she is just taking care of her needs. She, needs to take a shower, and also I was just double checking the money tree, but she's hungry, and her social is starting to get a little low, not too low, but she does want to get her fun up as well. And did I already say she was tired? Yeah, I think I did actually, but she's tired. Luckily we have a lot of leftovers, especially from Harvest Fest. So we have plenty of leftovers to keep her going for a few sim days anyway. And the only problem with living alone is that there's really not a lot of opportunity for socialization. I mean, she can socialize on the computer and she can call people up on the phone and invite people over, but really the best way to socialize is to talk to Sims. So that is why I want to invite over the family club because that is the best way to do it. It's the quickest way anyway. And once again, she is sad. She is sad that people have died. And, that's just a cycle of life, especially when you're playing generationally. Usually, if you're not playing generationally, your Sims don't know as many people who die. But anyway, we are going to try and socialize using the computer because for some reason they didn't come over, even though you saw me click come over. Anyway, so now I am telling them to come over again, but I guess maybe the last time it was too early, like it was the middle of the night, so no one came. But it is also Winterfest, but also I did change all the holidays so that they could, still go to work, that they would still go to work. It's not a day off because, she wants to work on her career. She doesn't I don't know. I don't usually work too much on too many of the holidays. That was actually worded weird. I mean that I don't usually play the holidays too much. And so I do want her to go to work because that's the whole point is to get her to level 10 of this career. And actually, it was very strange because when I checked her career stats, she is already like level 3 in the career, and I don't understand that. Like, I don't know how that happened. Maybe it was because she had um, such good grades. I'm not really sure because she just shot right up in this career and was already on level 3. And I don't know how that happened, but we're just gonna roll with it, I guess. And she is going to, I'm going to remove the buff that she's sad because she cannot do her work. She keeps trying to walk away from her work. So you didn't even really know Finn. Actually, was Finn her grandparent? Whoops. Anyway, so, oops. Let's move on from that line of inquiry and continue her workday. So she's going to analyze that sample. She also wants to actually use the x-ray machine and also diagnose a patient. So finally, she is able to diagnose patients and actually start, doing that for herself instead of just transferring them to other doctors. Also, a bunch of patient samples just came in and she has to work with them. It's an emergency, so that is a thing she has to do today. So she is going to continue to work with this patient and diagnose and treat the patient, and then head over to grab the samples. So that is what she's doing. The samples are at the front desk, so she's going to go grab them and then she's going to analyze them using the machine. I actually have to read this paragraph here to understand what to do. So we are going to analyze the samples there and then we have to log them into the computer, and that is going to take us to the end of this little assignment before she can get back to her usual work. But it is, also something that will gain her some points here. So she is almost at silver. She's very close to silver now. So as soon as she logs that, she will get up over silver. Although her needs are getting a little low, but we're just going to ignore it for now. So she, you know what? If that's part of being a doctor is you got to be used to pushing your physical limits and being on your feet all day and being exhausted. So that's right. I watch Grey's Anatomy. Anyway, she is so close to getting gold. She's so very, very close. And so she's just going to get this guy to go into the x-ray machine in order to get her gold here. And the workday is coming slowly to an end. Also, yeah, here's where I'm realizing that she is all of a sudden like very high in the career. I actually think she might be level 4 by the end of this. I really don't know how that happened. So I'm checking to see, did we get other promotions? Like what happened here? I'm really not sure, but anyway, we're just gonna accept it. And there she goes. She's at gold. Her workday is about over, and she is pretty happy about that. So this workday ending is where we are going to wrap up this video. So good on her for, working hard and getting promotions and just really making strides towards getting to the top of this career. And in the next one, actually, we are going to start on her personal life. So I'm really excited about that. I have some plans for how her personal life is going to go. And we are here in screenshots, just her cooking and the Harvest Fest. So I am really excited about the way that we are going to take Raven's life. So I hope that you're excited too. And I will catch you guys next time.